Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Okago TV. This is a continuation of our series, Voices from the Diaspora, Nigerian Voices from the Diaspora. And we have here with us today, we are privileged to have here with us today, Moral Oshomah Kadiri. Moral, please welcome to Okago TV.
Thank you so much.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
Well, viewers, my name's Moral Oshomah Kadiri, and I'm a Nigerian, proud Nigerian.
That is very, very good. Which country are you in?
At the moment, I am speaking to you from Norway in the Scandinavia.
Okay. What do you do there? Are you a student, a research student, a businessman, or you are working somewhere?
Okay, I can say all in one. All in one. There's no doubt when you move from one place to another, you are not bound to learn some new things. And every learning process is like schooling. Though I actually have a part-time course I'm running online with the university associated in the UK. But I am actually here for what is called family reunion. I relocated to Norway to come join my wife. And I'm working here in Norway. I work here. By the grace of God, I have a logistic company I run, and I'm working here in Norway.
Thank you very much.
Logistic and distribution line.
Thank you very much. That's a good one. You relocated to join your family. That's a very good one. How are you enjoying Norway? Is it a good country?
Norway. Okay, before now, I've actually been to some few places. I have traveled to some few places, and I must say my experience in Norway is quite unique. Quite unique. It's a very quiet place. It's quite peaceful. In fact, I always say the peace in Norway is kind of troubling. The peace in Norway is very loud. And the people are very unique in their own way. And I love the security and the system, the way it works. Norway is a good place to be. And my experience have been kind of mixed feeling because I've been here for just like 2 years plus, though I've visited before now. And within these 2 years, I have less than 2 years working experience where I begin to meet and interact with the people. They are a bit reserved, and they define their relationship as well as their friendships.
Okay, which other places have you been to? Would you mind telling us, or we just proceed?
Okay, if you get to know, before now, I have been to South Africa, though on business ground. I've been to Mazini. It's a small country in South Africa.
Okay.
Swaziland, yeah. And I've been to China on a business trip.
I've been to Shanghai.
I've been to United States. But these are all on business trip, if I may say. And a couple of some other African countries moving here and there just on business ground.
That's very good. Okay, can you tell us about your drama, The Lost Hope, of which you played a lead role? you played a lead role in that drama. Tell us a little bit about that drama.
Okay. Now, it may surprise you to know that it all happened by accident. I was called actually to play that role. Before now, I would say more or less I was like a patron to the drama group. The head of the drama team comes to me for advice. And he's been saying he wants me to feature in one of the movies, that there's a particular role he thinks fits my character. I can play it out. And just like that, he called us one day for the drama auditioning, and I was there. And then he told me the role I was going to play. And within a couple of about 2 hours, I was actually in it. And the title of the drama, The Lost Hope, is actually a Christian movie, I would say, Christian movie, talking about a very wealthy man who had 2 sons. And fortunately, like we see today in most family settings, the eldest son lives a very carefree life, does not care about anything, does not know God. He was the eldest, but was not very responsible. But the younger son was very ambitious, very, very ambitious. And due to health reasons and some other commitment, age, and things like that, the father decided to share some of his assets among his family members, his children. And he had a very close sister who he assigned to a particular asset, and like that, gave to his loving wife, gave to his daughter, and gave to the last son who was very ambitious. And the eldest son didn't get anything, because before now, the eldest son went into a venture where about 1.3 million Norwegian crowns was invested, and he didn't turn out well. And the father said that was his own share. And from there, things didn't go well with him. He reacted. The father's sister, who is an auntie to the young man, tried to intervene. The mother tried to intervene, but the father said no. And that was it. And later down the script, you'll see the younger son, who was so ambitious, still wanted to come and take some other part of the conglomerate left with the father, like the banking that was left to the father. The boy wanted to add it to what he has got. And at this particular peak in time, this first son was beginning to retrace his steps. He was becoming responsible. He has given his life to Christ. The auntie, that is the father's sister, led him to Christ, and he was becoming responsible. But the father was still observing. But the younger son, being so ambitious, told the father that the brother would never change. It was an audio change. The brother was playing out. And from there, he started planning how to rope the senior brother. He went ahead to plan with some other group of guys and came to inform the father that the senior son wants to sell the hotel. And that made the father to take some certain actions, threw the boy out, gave the boy out to the law enforcement agent. The boy was arrested and detained. And but miraculously, things turned around when the auntie stumbled on the ambitious son and his cohorts, where they were arguing over, you didn't settle me for what I did, you sent your brother to jail and all of that. And the auntie was able to make a video record. And this he brought to his brother, the father of the boys. And that exposed the younger son, and he was now detained. He was sent away back to jail. And the senior brother came, like the prodigal son we have in the Bible.
Yeah.
And, you could still see love between the father. The father accepted the boy was crying. It was a very deep lesson for family.
It's also emotional.
Very, very emotional.
But at the end of the day, it ended well.
Yes, and that is why we talked about The Lost Hope as a title for it.
The Lost Hope. Are you planning to make that into a movie? Maybe it can sell in Norway, maybe it can sell in Nigeria. Because to me, it's a
yes.
very, very interesting story.
Yes. Like I said in one of my statements in the course of the drama, I said, nobody is so bad that God cannot change. You cannot write off a fellow human being. And I think that is one of the key moral lessons to take out. Nobody is so bad that God cannot change. There's nothing like an hopeless situation when God is involved. And nobody is so good that he can save himself. You need always a God factor. You must always be able to trace the source of every man to God. Where a man cannot trace his source to God, his creator, then the man can be said to be in a state of crisis. It's just only a matter of time. So talking about if it's going to be a movie, obviously for audience, not only in Norway, definitely the coordinator for this drama group actually has it in mind to run a movie theater that we pass, moral lessons across Europe and Africa. And he's actually working on something which he discussed. And we are hoping that it will turn out well. So to answer your question, yes, it will be a movie. And very soon you'll see it on air.
And it is not going to end with only the lost hope. It's going to be a continuous. There will be more and more and more.
Yes. There are more series in the pipeline. He's working on it. But everything takes a process.
Yeah, it's a gradual process.
Yes.
That's nice. I would like to see your face everywhere, on TV, everywhere.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And when he told me he was going to put my face there on the poster as the lead character, I said, why my face? Don't you think this face will scare a lot of people?
No, it's a very handsome face. I just saw the face and I said, I must interview this lead actor.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's go ahead. When I was looking at the poster, I saw that I saw it was organized by Dayspring Stavanger Drama Unit. What is Dayspring Stavanger?
Okay.
Is it just the name of the drama unit, or is more than that?
No. Now, Dayspring is one of the numerous parishes of the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Aha, so it is a redeemed parish in Norway.
Yes.
Aha.
The Redeemed Christian Church of God in Norway, Stavanger, is called Dayspring. And this drama group is a department in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Dayspring Parish.
Please, can you tell us where to find Dayspring Stavanger, if you have it offhand, and some of your activities for people that will watch this video and will be interested in coming to fellowship with you people?
Okay. Now, Dayspring Church is located at number 11, Shohagen, at Lillevåg bus stop in Stavanger. Now you can go to get the address. And now we have our Sunday services, 11:30 a.m. every Sunday. It's always very powerful. And from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is our Sunday services. And on Tuesday, we have our Bible studies from 6 p.m. in the evening to 7:45 p.m. The time we come together to study the Word of God, to dig deep. And if you have questions, we try to treat those questions practically. And on Fridays, we have our prayer meetings. On Friday, we pray for 1 hour from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And in between the week, the women of Dayspring have a platform where they always pray every Wednesday. They pray for their marriages, they pray for their husbands, they pray for their children, they pray for their stay in Norway. It's an awesome platform for all women in Dayspring Church. And Wednesday from 8 o'clock to 8:30. From 8:30 to 8 o'clock. Actually, from 8:30 to 8:30 to 9 o'clock. That is the time for the women. Why the men have a platform every Thursday where they pray. Like today, we'll be praying from 8 p.m. to 8:30 every Thursdays. A place we pray, we share testimony, pray with one another if we have needs to join our hands together to pray every Thursday. So this is what we do in this Spring Church, trying to reach out to the unsaved, trying to establish Jesus as Lord in Stavanger and in Norway as a whole.
That's nice. It's also good to have a community. We are foreigners here. It's also good to have a community where you exchange ideas, support each other spiritually, and sometimes materially, and in various other ways, to have people to share thoughts with and so on and so forth. Can you tell us a bit about the other actors? Did you get Nollywood actors from Nigeria to join you, or you picked all your actors in Norway here from your church?
Now you have so many beautiful actors there. First and foremost, the beautiful lady who was my wife in that drama happens to be my wife here in Norway.
Really?
Yes, happens to be
fantastic.
And we have another wonderful lady there. She's from Cameroon background, but she's been here for so many years, married with children.
So the church is international, not only Nigerians.
No, it's an international church.
Okay, people from all over the world attend it. Okay, go ahead.
And you have a brother there who is a Nigerian too. He's a Nigerian and is married with kids here and very well established. He's been here for years, schooled here, and is working here himself and the wife. He's on the lead drama. Then the guy who acted the unserious son in the drama is also here in Norway, married to and with children and well established here. He's been here for years too. So you have very beautiful people there. You have a young girl who acted as my daughter there too. She's from, I think, maybe Uganda or somewhere. She's an African too. Then you have some other lead character. We have a brother there who played the part of the policeman who came to make arrest. He's been here for all his adult years. He's been here in Norway. He has an African background too. Then I think that is about all of them. Okay, they are all here in Norway.
That's cool. That's good enough. I'm happy for this spring for creating an enabling environment for people to interact. Let's move away a little bit and go to the concluding part of this interview for want of time, because I know you're a busy man and you will soon get yourself involved in other things. Let's talk about when you came abroad. Were there one or two things you experienced that shocked you as per the way we lived our life in Nigeria and the way we are living our lives in abroad now? Cultural shock, behavior of people in the two countries.
Yes, it was quite much, quite surprising and quite impactful. Life in Africa and life in Europe or Western world are relatively different. And what bothers me in this is you find some people, most people from Africa, living in Europe, behaving like Europeans. But when they go back to Africa, they behave in a different way. While you find some other set of people who bring their African way of life into the European system. So yes, life is filled with varieties, and mixed choice of people, their character and things like that. But what strikes me most is the impression people at home have about the Western world. They have this falsified impression that has been created or established by most of Africans living in Europe. And this is what I mean exactly. Part of the reason why there's so much heavy demand on those of us in Europe from people at home is because of the picture some of us go back home to paint to them. You live here in a country where you make and do everything basically with credits. And when you go back home, you do not say this. When you are spending the money, you make people believe that you picked the money from the trees in Europe. Many of us, we are here. You can afford to have a shirt you've used for 2-3 years. But when you want to go back home, everything you take back home, you go for shopping. You
brand
buy
new.
them brand new on credit cards. So when you go back home,
you look fresh.
You look fresh. Everybody starts to see you. Oh, look at everything he brought with labels. So they believe if you could do this when you are coming home, then it's in abundance over there. They don't know some of us have sleepless nights. They don't know some of us keep 2, 3, 4 jobs. So a lot of this falsified false impression has really give a kind of mixed feeling. Another thing I found very funny was, of all my years of meeting people who have traveled before I started traveling, nobody ever told me during the snow time they fell. Some broke their ankles, some break their legs, and all of that. I never had it. No one ever told me these stories. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So until I started traveling, I started saying, what is this? What is this? So there are so many things that Africans here in Europe don't go back home to say. And this is what led to why so many Nigerians, so many Africans could go through the Mediterranean Sea, and many of them died on the way. They became so desperate. They want to do anything to cross over. They believe it's always greener at the other side. Even when you relate to some of my friends back home, look, guys, I can barely have 4 hours sleep out of 24 hours in a day. And it could be very stressful. We pay so much tax. We do this, we do that. They don't want to understand. You make an appointment with a doctor, you don't keep up to that appointment, or you are late, he could send you a bill.
Not cool. You must get a bill.
So these guys don't understand some of these things. So when you start to say this, it's like you are looking for reasons. So, and many of the people who go back home, collect credit here, go back home and lavish the money. All these things have created a falsified impression in the mind of people back home. So when they call you, you cannot meet up to their demands because, like we say back in Africa, wahala need to finish. You solve one today, another one is calling you. You solve one, another one is calling you.
If you don't meet up the demand, they will say you're a wicked man.
Yes, if you look critically, these guys are even having better life. They're having good times.
Every evening they are in beer parlor drinking pepper soup.
I'm telling you, they are always having fun, having the best life you and I can get here. So
you know, today I've not slept for up to 2 hours.
You see that? So now these are some of the issues that people back home don't know. And these are some of my experience I always love to talk about. But looking at the positive side now, life here is good, it's secured. I can go to bed without necessarily locking my doors. You know it, our windows here don't have iron burglary proofs. So these are very contrasting different from what you have back home. It's safe, part of the job I do here. I drop packages in people's entrance. Nobody's going to steal it. I move every night. Every night I'm out there. And I've never been attacked or have any reason to be scared of anything. So you want to talk about the 24 hours power supply here. So a lot of these things are not available back home. So this makes a very big difference. Then let me push it a little bit to the political part, now looking at the general society. Once election was done here in Norway, nobody stole ballot boxes. I didn't even see the ballot boxes. I didn't see any uniform man carrying a gun. I didn't see any threats. I didn't see people killing themselves. It was so peaceful. I just drove my wife to the library. She went in. Within 5 minutes, she was out, and she said she has voted. And I was like, when are we ever going to get to this level in Africa? I mean, it's sanity. This is sanity. This is sanity, where people do things the way it ought to be done.
Organized society, things are moving the way they should.
Yes. So this we don't have back home. And these are some of the things I hope we can replicate back home. Security, safety. People live here for so long, they're not afraid to go back home. Many talk to many Africans, Nigerians here in Europe. You talk about politics, situation in Nigeria is like you are causing a nightmare to them. They will tell you they can't sleep or they are depressed hearing what is happening back home. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what are we really doing to change it back home? You have seen it. Some of us have family here. We are benefiting from a working system. What are we doing to replicate what we are seeing here back home? We cannot wait for people back home to do it. We need to do it. As much as diasporans, Nigerians outside Nigerians, contribute a large chunk of the money in circulation in Nigeria, I think we should have a voice and begin to walk towards the direction of creating a platform where we can begin to change the mindset of our people, give them new orientation, and begin to implement some of the things we have seen here. And not until we start doing that, then we are completely lost. And what do I mean? Because yes, home is home, motherland, no place like home. If you live in Norway, like I came into Norway here in my adult age, the possibility of having a Norwegian friend is almost zero. The Norwegians make their friend right from their toddlers. Your colleague at the office, the Norwegian colleague, is not necessarily your friend, he's your colleague. They define everything here. They define everywhere, and they put their limits and their boundaries.
Even well friends, erected. They have limits.
Well erected. So
even your brother, you have limits.
Yes. So, but back home, we do not find so much of this. It's the opposite. So the word I'm throwing out there is, we begin to create an enabling environment where those of us who have come to settle down here make a striving system, platform, where our children, those coming after us, can grow and become something in this society.
Very, very good. On a parting note, sorry for taking your extra time. On a parting note, what do you have to tell the young men in Nigeria as per the upcoming 2023 elections? And what type of candidate, having experienced life in different parts of the world, especially Norway here, what type of candidate would you want us to get as a president? Not necessarily about parties now. What type of image of a good president do you have for Nigeria?
The major problem we have in Africa is bad leadership. This has not been denied at any quarter. Bad leadership. But I always say, every people get a kind of leader they deserve. Every people get a kind of leader they deserve. You and I know some of the few men among those contesting right now who have some level of integrity, and you could see how they are edging them out. I'm very careful not to call names because I don't want to I'm a party man. I'm a party chieftain. So I'm very, very careful.
Okay.
Some few people know me. Some refer to me as an honorable. The reason is this, because like I said, changing our mindsets, changing our orientation is paramount to us getting things right. The youth have a very big role to play. And that role is not on the social media, unfortunately. That is where you find most of the youths. There's a gentleman in Kaduna, a fair complexion ex-senator, who contested for governorship with his party in this.
Is that Uba Sani or something?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He had more than 100,000 followers on social media. Sadly, he lost to a man who had less than 10,000 followers. The records are there. So what does that tell you? So you find a lot of young men on social media, they want to eat you, they want to swallow you up if they are not on the side of their candidate. But it goes beyond that. Every young man should go out there, get your PVC. Then the Nigerian government should create a platform where you can sensitize the citizens about their civil rights. Many Nigerians don't know their civil responsibility. When you talk about politics, they say, no, concern me. It's none of my business. They are going to steal the money. They know who will be there. But every vote counts if you choose to make it. So until we take that self-initiative to insist that the right thing is being done, we make the move. Stop crying for help. You try to help yourself. Make some move on your own. There are other very young candidates, but you don't have the youth supporting them because they don't have money to throw around. So politics, leadership has become the highest bidder, a thing for the highest bidder. And if we do not change this trend, our children will grow up to believe that it is the normal thing. A story was told of how some young kids were interviewed in a private primary school. And when they asked, what do you want to become? One said, I want to become a politician. I want to be a senator. And they asked the other young man, what do you want to become? He said, I want to become the party chairman. So before the senator will go and contest, he will come and see him and say to him, a lady, a young girl was there. What will you become, you? He said, we want to become a first lady, married to the politician. Then when they asked the fourth guy, he said he wants to become a babalawo, a native doctor, that will be doing charm for the politicians, or he becomes a pastor that will be praying for them. You see the mindset. So if we do not get this thing right, the trend is going to continue. Our children will be lost at some certain level. So if you look into the future is bleak. Where are the youths who are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow? You look at the news coming from home in Nigeria, majority of our young men, out of every 10 young men you find, 3 or 4 are involved in what you call Yahoo plus, ritual or courtesy. And this is wrong. Quick means to make money. Even when they go to school, they are not going to school to come out to work. And they will tell you where is the job. It is not compulsory. It's not even in our constitution that the government must provide job for everybody and create job for yourself. So this is the message I have for the youths. Let's change our mindset. Togri, stealing ballot boxes, it's not going to take us anywhere. Being corrupt, partaking in corruption, or you are giving bribe, it's not going to take us anywhere. Don't sell your votes. This is my message. Don't sell your votes. Any candidate you believe has integrity, then you should cast your vote for him. And we should learn to ask questions when things are going wrong. Learn to ask questions. And we should stop blaming the leaders at the top. Start from your ward. Your councillor is accountable to you. Your local government chairman is accountable to you, because this is the lowest tier of government that is closer to the grassroots people. So when you start from there, the message will go right to the top. When you ask a local government chairman question, when next is on the executive meeting with the state governor, he will ask those questions. And when he asks the governor, when the governor goes for the governor forum, they will ask questions and they will further take the questions to the Federal Executive Council. So this is how it works. So, and I pray that Nigeria will work again and Nigeria will know peace.
Thank you very, very, very much, Mr. Kadiri.
Thank you.
The lead actor of the Dayspring drama, The Lost Hope. So thank you for giving us your time today. And we pray that next time we call on you to talk to us, you will make yourself available.
Yeah. Let me quickly thank you too for using your platform to do the right thing. One of the areas I have asked when I came into Norway is this area you are working on right now. I've asked, we have Nigerians in the engineering sector, we have Nigerians in the logistic distribution sector, we have Nigerians in the cleaning sector and all of that. Where are the Nigerians in the media? Where are the Nigerians in the media? Where we can do write-up, we can do follow-up, where are the Nigerians? So I want to really recommend you and encourage you that you are doing well. We will support you and we'll make more people to subscribe to Otago TV.
Thank you very much. I like that last one. I need subscribers. We just started last month and we will gradually build up. By December, we will see where we will be.
I wish you good luck.
Very much. Thank you very much for being with us and see you next time.
Thank you.